Peter Akah, a renowned activist for good governance, has in the following explosive interview blasts those he feels are the problem of Nigeria.
Tinubu and the APC have consolidated themselves.
Yes.
The same party you are saying is the cause has worked so hard
yes.
that it looks like there is an express way in winning the next election.
Yes. Do you know why? Because what we have is even political banditry. Unfortunately, Nigeria does not have a National Assembly.
No, we do. We have the Senate and the House of Reps.
Okay, in your opinion, what we have today is Tinubu's daycare. It is a daycare for Tinubu's children. And don't take my words for it. Take the words of the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio. He said he read the letter inviting them by the wife of the president. He said the First Lady said we should come and have dinner with her. This is an invitation from a mother to her children. So are you aware that Akpabio is Madam Remi Tinubu's son? So if a mother, Remi Tinubu is...
Maybe he didn't mean it that way.
Okay, well, I want to know the explanation. So if the First Lady, Madam Remi Tinubu, is their mother, who will be their father, President Tinubu? So what the National Assembly is there today to do is to ensure that they push the wheels and the privileges or whatever that are the opinions of the president, and not to become the hallmark of a democracy. And that is why during the Ramadan break, you could hear the Senate President telling the president that we are loyal to you. Mr. Sheung, the National Assembly is the hallmark of a democracy. A person, an institution that should carry out oversight over other arms of government, see themselves as children of the head of the executive arm of government. So who is going to carry out oversight? Children oversighting their parents? So that is where Nigeria is today. Government in Nigeria has become outsourced. So in Nigeria today, the US is helping the Nigerian government to fight insecurity. France is helping Nigeria to collect taxes. Then President Tinubu, the commander-in-chief, is overseeing defections from the other parties to APC. Let me make it clear, as I have said on other forums, if there are free and fair elections in Nigeria today, before 1 p.m. on election day, the defeat of President Tinubu and his APC gang will be announced. Biologically, even the president is frail. The personal physical stamina that is needed to govern a country like Nigeria is absent in this government. Look at the outing in Turkey. Nigerian APC people are standing on a mandate that is collapsing. That is where Nigeria is today. President Tinubu should be fair to himself. You have lived to a good old age. What has God not given yourself and your family? A former governor, senator, your wife is senator. At what point do you say you should make sacrifice for the country to move forward? Where you allow young persons with the mental agility. Old age is not a curse, it's a blessing. Why the desperation? To hold on to power at all means. President Tinubu left. America came and dropped bombs in Nigeria in December 2025 on Christmas Day. 2 days after that, the president jetted out of the country to France. Spent a total in January of about 27 days. He came back on the 17th, then left to Turkey without addressing Nigerians about what exactly is happening between the US and Nigeria. Guess what? It was while the president was in France, Nigerians then heard that you gave the second highest national honors, GCON, to your personal friend, Mr. Gilbert Shogri, a convicted money launderer in the United States, who was also convicted for aiding a criminal organization. What a country. Is this a precedent? Is this what leadership is about?
But, I mean, you seem to have a grouse to grind with the president.
Not the president, with the government. I don't know President Tinubu. I have no business with him. I have a problem with the office.
You don't like the APC?
I don't need to like the APC. The APC should love Nigeria to defend and protect.
And you don't think that the APC is doing the work for Nigeria?
You make your assessment. Are they truly representing the people, or they are there to represent themselves? Uncle Sheung, did Godswill Akpabio contest the APC primary to be a senator, or he contested to be a presidential candidate in the APC? How did he end up in the National Assembly, let alone becoming the chairman of the National Assembly and the Senate president? So we need to interrogate how the people who got there found themselves there. And then we ask the question, is the Senate president representing a senatorial district, or he's representing Tinubu and subsection of the APC aspirations in that assembly? So as a people, when you talk about policies and whether in 2027, my principles and loyalty to country are constant. Uncle Sheung, do you know that in Katsina State, according to Dr. Usman and the report, terrorist elements killed an ACP, Aminu Dayi, one of a fine police officer who was taking the fight to these terrorists. They celebrated the killing, and then they had their usual stakeholder summit that they wanted to have a peace deal with the government. And guess what? The terms and conditions of that meeting were set by the terrorist element. The leader, according to the report, is Jankari. They told them that law enforcement should ensure that the police and law enforcement who will come should come in mufti. And guess what? The terrorist leaders came in the uniform of the slain police officers. In Nigeria today of master strategies, terrorists hold meetings with government officials. And guess who sets the terms and conditions? The terrorists. May God forbid this as leadership. What Nigeria is today is the textbook definition. What Tinubu is providing for Nigeria is the textbook definition of how not to govern a country. President Tinubu and APC should know that power is transient. No matter how long you stay in power, if you don't leave power, power will leave you. You cannot be commander-in-chief forever. Through one way or the other, you will leave. Even the greatest of dictators have an end. Let Nigeria be. If you want to become Pharaoh, Pharaoh, let my people go. Nigerians must liberate themselves.